was born to be a champion, raised in the jungle. All my life, yeah, I had to fight. FNG, let's go live tonight. I was born to be a champion, raised in the jungle. All my life, yeah, I had to fight. FNG, let's go live tonight. You can move on your own.
I tried. What's up, FNG Madden 19 League? We are episode 6. We got my boy. Oh, yeah, y'all get off of mute now. We on now. There you go, Tony.
Thank you.
Do better that time.
I know what to do now.
Oh my gosh, y'all silly.
Wait a minute. Let me get official. Let me get like Tony Tillman.
Oh,
get my fancy headsets on.
Oh man, whatever.
There it is.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's up? What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
I'm good, man. Good. Blessed.
Cool.
Christmas is over. Christmas is over.
I know. Thank God, dude. It's so busy.
It's a little bit lighter than they should be.
What'd you say?
Everyone's pockets a little lighter than they should be.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh man, so we got a lot to talk about. So in the description, we're going to talk about weeks 5 through 7. Definitely some games that already been played. And we're in week 7 now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, week 7. So
week 8.
Week 8. I'm sorry.
Are we week 8? Yeah, we are. That's
week
right.
8.
We just advanced to week 8.
Yes. So we're going to talk about some games of week 8, and definitely a big one that was played today by the man. That a man that's on the podcast right now. He said, "Put some respect on his name."
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. A legend don't need respect. He's just already a legend. No.
Well, how about this? Right? Let's start off with the standings. So anybody new to the podcast will know where FNG is right now as of week 8, season 2.
Yes, sir. So.
You go to the AFC North, we have the Browns. They're supposed to be 6-0, but they're currently 7-0 because they just played their last game, and it was game of the week. We're going to be talking about that a little later in the show.
Yes, sir.
The Ravens 6-2. It should be 5-2, but they just had a game as well, which was one of the other games of the week, if I'm not mistaken. The Bengals are 1-6. I think that's their first win of the season. 1-6-1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, they did have a tie in there. They tied with the Dolphins. We'll find out in a minute. But I think they got their first win as a week. But so they probably were 0-6-1.
Yeah, they beat the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills.
They beat the Bills. Yep.
And you have the Steelers. They're 0-6 right now. So
strange.
We're AFC South. We have the Titans at 6-1. Should be 5-1. See them they just had they were one of the games of the week as well. We'll be talking about that a little later. You have the Jags. They're 5-3. They were 5-2, but they were in one of the games of the weeks as well. We have the Colts. We're still in the AFC South at 2-5. And we have the Texans. East Dolphins are leading with 3-2-1. They're the other ones that tied with the Bengals. And the Bills at 3-4. Then they just recently lost to the Bengals, right? We have the Patriots who are 3-3. With the Jets rounded off at 1-6. And we go to the AFC West. We have the Chargers way out in front by 2 more games. The Raiders by 6-1 at 6-1. We have the Raiders at 3-3. Broncos at 3-4. The Chiefs at 3-4. So it looks like a couple games were played and one wasn't. In the NFC North, going on the NFC side, we have the Bears at 7-0. They were I think they were in a game recently, so they should be 6-0. But we have the Vikings at 4-2, the Packers at 1-6. And the Lions at 1-6 as well. So it's a tie for 4th place, 3rd place. We have the Falcons in NFC South leading at 6-2. They were part of one of the games, really good games this week that we're going to be discussing. We have the Panthers at 4-2. We have the Saints at 4, and we have the Bucks at 0-6 NFC South. We have the NFC East. We have the Giants at 5-2. We have the Eagles at 4-3. We have the Redskins at 3-3. We have the Cowboys running at 3-4. And to wrap up the FNG, we're in the NFC West. The Cardinals at 6-2. We have the Seahawks at 5-2. And my Niners at 4-5. And that rounds out the FNG. So,
Nice.
No, good job, man. Good job.
Or talking about the games that just happened, but that's where we're at as far as the rankings as of week 8, and a couple games have been played, not all of them.
Right. Actually, I had going right into that, the power rankings. So since they're right there.
Power rankings. The much beloved, but always look forward to.
Put some respect on Titan's name.
Right. Well, I tell you, we're going over the other night, and the first thing was,
hey, Tony. Are you breaking up?
Yeah, I don't know what he just said. He sounded like a little computer robot right there.
Computer love.
How it was ranked. And
Yes.
but you're gonna go ranking?
Can't hear you, buddy.
No.
You have to talk real slow. You have to act like Hossein. Talk real slow.
Real slow.
There you go.
One, two, three.
There you go.
Oh, man.
All right, go ahead, man. Yeah.
Power rankings, Dill.
All right, so the power rankings that we had on Facebook.
Mhm.
All right, let me just pull it up real quick because I had it on the. All right, here we go. So we have Browns number 1, Bears number 2, Cardinals number 3, Titans number 4, Falcons number 5, Seahawks were a 5-2 team at number 6, Chargers number 7, Ravens number 8, Panthers number 9, and Rams rounded off number 10.
Okay. Any issues with that?
So we had a conversation yesterday. We were talking about how the reason why the Seahawks were above the Chargers, and the Seahawks schedule, of course, strength of schedule was, way tougher than the Chargers. So that's why they are above. Right. Nothing against the owner. It's just that your strength of schedule is way weaker than the Seahawks. And he lost to, top 5 teams?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why he's above.
Every team that he played that was a challenge,
right,
he lost to. And
right.
we don't know who the Broncos are. So that win, we can't really get go so far haven't done too well. So we don't know if he's a tough out or not. So it's hard to rank the wins that he has. The Broncos have 4 losses. And he doesn't have any significant wins on his resume. So the only challenge we see is the Chargers.
Yeah.
So unless he beats the Chargers, it's going to be hard to gauge who the Broncos are in the rankings.
Yeah.
So that's why the Chargers haven't really been challenged so far.
Right. And then the Panthers, they're ranked number 9 due to the fact they beat the Titans.
Correct.
So
correct.
That was a big win for him. And the Rams, they got number 10 just due to the fact that he lost to some top 10 teams. So his
Rams schedule?
Yeah.
Week 4. He didn't play me week 5. That was automatic win. Ravens week 6 and Falcons week 7.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, he's got a signature win against the Seahawks, and he has a loss against the Browns, Ravens, and Falcons. But he is
Hey, Tony.
He's one of the best. Go ahead.
Hey, no, real quick. Are you connected to your Wi-Fi?
Yes, I am. And
all right.
Apple has said that the new update said that there will be an issue with the Wi-Fi connection. So maybe that's the problem. I just updated the phone. That could be it.
Okay.
It's possible. But talking about the Rams also, man, like he's lost some games, but every game he's lost, the dude has been in. And you can just see the way Flash is playing. He's playing like Flash has not played in the past, dude, because he's been just a run and gun kind of player. But through those games, I don't know, he just looked good. Like the mistakes he was making in games he's lost, like he could have easily won any one of those games. He's just playing lights out football. He's playing some good ball, man.
Yep.
He really is.
And that wide receiver he has, that rookie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
97 speed.
Yeah.
He's real good.
Yeah. But he didn't adjust though. Like that last game he lost, we'll talk about that later. The last game he lost, man. Who was he playing in that game? The Falcons, right?
Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed the Falcons, like Flash couldn't see it, but before that last drive, the Falcons made some changes, had those cornerbacks match speed for speed. He wound up getting a pick off of that, I think. So he made the correct adjustments, knowing what Flash's tendencies were, and that was huge. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
The receiver is Rashawn Bass, 97 speed, 90 acceleration.
Yeah, it's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair.
Like in Julio Jones. Who would do that?
Julio Jones.
I don't know, man. I would have never done it.
Yeah, no, you don't trade. That's like trade Odell Beckham. You know, you don't do that, man. Just keep him. Keep him.
Yeah.
It's like that's a clutch wide receiver right there. So.
Yep.
Oh man. All right. Yeah, power rankings. That's it right there. What you think, Tony? Tell me.
Oh, that's good. I think it's right on point. It really is. You guys did a good job of those rankings.
Yeah, it's definitely going to change a little bit.
But it's still early in the season too. I mean, guys are still jostling for spots and stuff too. And you do have the new guy, the Chargers, that nobody knows who he is yet. He's playing, but he's also talking a bunch of crap about playing. So we don't know if it's just all talk over his game. But once he plays you, once he plays me again, once he plays Tranks, he plays the Seahawks, he plays the Cardinals. Once he plays legit people, then we'll see what he is. Like I said, respect is hard because there's so many teams in this league that are good.
Yeah.
I mean, really, man, there are not many teams that are not that great. Their records don't show it. But even Domino, 0-6, that dude can beat you any given Sunday.
Right.
Matt, you got the Steelers that are 0-6 for crying out loud. He's a perennial playoff team, and he's 0-6. So
he just got surgery on his arm.
Nah, excuse? What is that? I'm just joking. I'm just messing. No, but he's always like up there too. So yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what the Chargers do. He's good though, because I remember when I played him, and I told you after the game, yes, how was it? I said, man, he's good. I said I felt like I was playing Eric Mayweather, which I always say that to people. But he had some nice plays, man. I just had some good picks and had some good reads on him. But he's gonna make some moves. He's gonna be good.
That's good.
He'll be good.
If he makes the playoffs and he gets to the playoffs,
he'll make the playoffs. He'll win the West.
You get respect by getting wins in the playoffs and beating the games you're supposed to win.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Well, that's it. Wraps up the division and division leaders and game of the week. Going to games of the week. Let's go to week 5. I think games of the week that week was the Browns and Seahawks.
Great game.
Yeah, I won that by 7. That was an excellent game. And what was the other one? I'm looking at it. I think it was the Falcons and Vikings.
Falcons. That probably won the game.
Yeah, and the Titans and
24-14.
Chiefs. Yep, and Titans and Chiefs.
I didn't play the Chiefs. Did I play the Chiefs week 5?
Yeah,
I did. That was awful.
Yeah, you won that 12-7.
That was awful.
That was awful.
Well, our connection was extremely bad. Like I couldn't even throw the ball. Like he had 2 safeties. The first safety got on me. I pushed the A button. It must have been 3 times. And it was like the screen froze and I'm sacked. I'm like, seriously? And then it happened again. And after the game, he said he had a bad connection also. But I'm like, why don't we just restart like our stuff or something? I thought it was just on my end. But like you noticed, I think I might have had 40 yards passing. I just wasn't going to throw it anymore. Every time I threw it, it was like he wouldn't throw it when I wanted him to or where I wanted him to. So I just ran the ball, was hoping for the best.
Yeah.
For sure. But that was a good game.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing with D, man. When I played D that week, it's always tough when I play D and Dan. I need, just concentration. Kids stay upstairs, the phone's off,
Right.
Yeah, that was intense. But
He's
D,
a tough
he
out.
is.
I saw the game was close.
Yes, I barely won. You know,
Point game.
yeah, that could have went either way. Yep, yeah, that could have went either way. So definitely, man, your division, man. I mean, I'm lucky. I'm 3-0 against y'all. I got to play one more team, which is Tranks. But every single one of those games has been close. Even the one last night when I played with Dan, it was still tough. I mean, my defense won that game for
You
me.
weren't supposed to lose that game.
Hey, whatever. Hey, I still got the W.
Yeah. End of the day, that's all that matters, man.
That's it. That's it, man. That's
Yeah.
it. All right, week 6, games of the week. So I'm looking at it. It was I just seen Ravens and Rams.
Ravens and Rams.
Yep. Yeah, Reggie won that by 2. Man, that was a good one.
That was a close one.
Yep. Yep. And then your first game back. You gotta talk about that.
That wasn't the game of the. Oh yeah, it was.
That was.
It was.
That was game of the week. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was.
That was game of the week. Yes, sir. Yeah, your first game back. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. If you can hear me, you got
right. I can.
It's rough. We can hear you.
Last year, I had confidence for the divisional round. Was a big factor. And Julio's not there no more.
Can he go off of Wi-Fi?
Hey, Tony.
Can you go off of Wi-Fi, Trace?
Yeah.
You sound like an old 1982 computer booting up the internet or something.
I see what happens.
It's like
right. AOL dial up.
Oh my god, that's showing our age. We couldn't talk about some other leagues. You're like, what y'all talking about?
Right.
Hey, how do I sound now?
You sound good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Better.
I felt real confident against him, and Julio was a big factor in the game. He didn't have that guy making plays like this time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had to play good defense, and offensively had to make plays. He gave me an early turnover. His crazy part in that game, his punt game was real good. He pinned me inside the 5 like 2 or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I threw a pick 6 like on my first time being pinned in, and had to settle down a little bit. But I had really good success on my pass game, and that opened up the run game. So I really felt good going into the game. I kind of felt the same way in my next week's game playing the Cardinals, but wasn't as successful. But I really felt good going in that game that we had the right game plan. No Julio made it easier.
For sure.
So happy to get that win. We got disconnected probably like with a minute left in the game. I was up by 10. He had the ball, but it was like 3rd and 18. So, there was no guarantee he was going to complete 3rd and 18. But I didn't play the computer. I took the sim win because I didn't want a disconnection to happen while I was playing the computer.
That would have sucked.
Right, that'll have sucked bad. Right.
Yeah, his team would have beat me if we just simmed.
Right.
Sure.
And then I think that was also the same week. Tillman, you played the Panthers.
Yeah.
And you lost that game. What happened there?
Oh man, I don't know. And Tranks talked about it too. There's 3 people in this league I have not beat. I've never beat Philly. I've never beat Bat with the Cowboys. I've never beat the Panthers. Never. I remember I was 15-0 when I had, was it the Bucs or the Broncos? I think it was the Broncos, and he beat me last game of the season. I don't know. He just always plays me tough. I don't know if he's in my head now or what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's in your head.
But I could have won that game, dude. I told y'all like on our chat that I made so many mistakes. I left 9 points on the board. At the end of the first half, instead of kicking a long field goal, I tried to throw it one more time, ran out of time, and at the end of the end of the game? Yeah, the end of the game. Instead of throwing the ball and trying to kick a 59-yard field goal to tie it up, I think, or to win it. I don't remember. Yeah, to tie it up. I didn't decide to do that either. I decided to go for it again and just not thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But he always plays good. He's a good player. He's been in the league a long time, so he's played a lot of those really good guys. So he knows what to do, how to do it. I think he does, dude. Like, God, his defense is nasty. For me, it is. But you know me, though.
I've played him before. He's got good defense.
Right. But I struggle if I struggle running the ball because that's one reason I played 100 online games like between last season and this season is because my passing game has always been weak, and that's one of the reasons I lost last 2 seasons is I was trying to learn this passing better. So when you shut down my run and I've got to pass, I'm not great at it yet. I mean, I don't make all the right reads. I rush through the blitzes. I don't know. But if I get a good running game, I have a balance of passing and running. When I can control the game and I'm in a flow, it's easy for me. But he always shuts down my running game, and it makes me nervous. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Yeah, but he's a good player, man, for sure. He deserved that win. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's what's up.
He got me.
The last game, I know we're not into that week yet. We're not in the week 8 yet.
Yeah.
But was the Falcons week 8 or week 7?
Week 8.
All right. But did the Falcons shut your run game down, or did you feel you had success against him?
I had success when I wanted to have success. I was trying to keep him off balance. Like when I needed to run the ball, like I've got a couple of long runs. Like I was going to pound it in on like a 3rd and 1, and I put in I can't think right now. I'm thinking of people. But my big running back. What is his name? Number 22.
Henry.
Yes, thank you. He's an Alabama boy too. Not Henry. I put him in for a 3rd and 1, and he wound up breaking an 82-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that was big.
And I was getting 3 or 4 yards most of the time, but when I ran it on the outside, his defense was fast, man. I couldn't get to the outside much, so I had success at the middle on those. So I would try to keep it 3 wide, keep it 4 wide, keep him guessing if I was running or passing it, and I was making audibles at the line to kind of take advantage of some of that stuff. Yeah,
nice.
I could have ran it, but just trying to keep the balance.
Your A gap, I'm gonna be honest with you. You make the same mistake that I do sometimes. You try to go off tackle mostly.
Mm-hmm.
You stay A and B gap, and you force people to pull the linebackers and the line in.
Right.
You'll have more success if you just audible to an off tackle. But if you go for what's that handoff where it's a handoff to Peyton Manning did it all the time. I stretch. When you go for a stretch a lot or toss, you seem to don't have success when you haven't made them fear the A and B gap attack. And I got a fast back now, and it's hard to get away from pounding that middle. And that's what you and I both have similar run games. So I like watching your games. But I was watching that last game, and I was just like, you had success in A and B gap, and every time you had an off tackle run, it was because you had been hitting them in that A and B gap, and then you broke it outside after he pitched it in. So while I was thinking about that game, I figured I'd ask you because you mentioned your run game being shut down, but you had success in the air and you had success on the ground. I was just wondering if you felt like it was shut down when you were playing them. That's all.
No, the run game, I don't think it was. I think I probably could have pounded it down some, but I knew he was trying to cover in the run too. Like when he pitched his linebackers in, I would see him moving his D line around, so I knew he was anticipating a run if he thought I was passing it, he wouldn't have been shifting his line back and forth. So once I saw his line moving, then I just audible to a pass play most times. Right. But then I would try to switch to the other side, or I'd wait for him to move his dudes. Like, especially the guys that do that, if they start shifting them to the left, and I audible to the right and just run it to the right because all the momentum's going that way.
Right.
So I try to take advantage of that too. But I'm lying for sure. But honestly, man, like broadcasting games, I got off topic, is huge because watching like the Seahawks and the Cardinals and the 49ers and the Browns and the Falcons and watching all these guys play, you learn different things that they do. Not so much learn their game, but you're learning different techniques and things that they use. Like, dude, I never thought about changing that or changing this or putting an audible in then or changing my coaching adjustments to that. It's like you learn a lot because those guys are good for a reason because they're good. They're not just good players, man, but they're good coaches. Like they understand the game and when to make linebacker changes. I remember Chaz at that one time. Chaz was in a game that was super close. So he took out his defensive ends and put in faster defensive ends for pass rushing. I was like, dude, I never thought about doing that before. Because you just think you're playing a game. You don't really realize what you're doing. But those adjustments are huge.
Yeah.
And I made some of those changes. If I think you're passing the ball, my middle linebacker is now my free safety. And I'll use that guy because I know he's faster. I know he can catch better. He still can hit the crap out of it if he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So just learning and changing. So you guys have made me better.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm going to backtrack real quick. We'll go back to week 5. In week 5, we had an owner get suspended for 1 game. It was the Jags owner. He played the Colts, which was a new owner. I think it was his first time playing. The Jags were up in the 4th quarter.
Yep.
And what did he do? I forgot what he did again.
Went for it on fourth down.
We have a sportsmanship rule when on fourth down, if you're winning by 15 points or more, you must punt or kick a field goal. So he was winning by more points than that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And he kicked the field. He didn't kick the field goal. He went for it.
On fourth down.
On fourth down. He got the fourth down. Because in our Constitution, our rules, we pretty much say going for fourth down is rare. They do it, but you can't make it a habit.
Right.
Because we kind of want our league to simulate the real things. You're your own coach. So if the 49ers are a rushing team, I can make them a passing team. But on fourth down, majority of the coaches punt or kick a field goal if you have a scoring opportunity. If you're in that neutral zone, right, where you're on the 40, 45, you'll have that opportunity. But if you're winning by 15 points or more, rarely with the lead does a coach not punt the ball. Because you have defense for a reason. And so we put that rule in there. And here's the thing. Had it been a rivalry game, I don't think his guy would have had an issue with it. But it was a new owner. The new owners have to read the Constitution before they join. So he knows what the rules are because he's trying to follow them, and then you don't follow it. Of course he's going to be like, hey, man, I thought we weren't allowed to do this. And then I go check, and that's what he did. I got no choice. There's in the rules.
Which, you know what, props to that owner, too. It was his first game, just joined the league. And he definitely, he's like, hey, I'm learning, but I think a rule was broken. And you told me to read these rules. So props to that owner for actually, reading the rules, not just joining the league.
Right.
And finding out the hard way. So
it's a good teaching point, too.
Yep.
Because it's the opportunity for everybody to get refreshed on the rules because we think we know what it is. And if I'm playing the Rams, I don't want to say the rules go out the door because we're natural rivals. We've been rivals since we were kids. He's the Rams, and I'm a 49er fan. But we're not even worried about that because we've been in the league together. We've been rivals. So if I was to go for it on fourth every single time, he wouldn't have a problem with it because he knows that I'm not worried about it because we're rivals. But a new guy, you don't know who it is. You got to be a leader and be a representative. And I don't think he did it on purpose because he said he was trying to just get the first down and run clock.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. It was only a 1-game suspension. It's not a big deal. But it's
and he was classy with it too. Even his comment afterwards. I mean, that's Billups. You already know Billups is what Tillman's favorite owner.
Yeah,
he is, man. I love that dude.
I like it. Yeah,
he's a funny guy.
So I bring that up because I'm looking at game of the week. I'm like, oh yeah, the Raiders and the Jags had to be game of the week because Jose Young won that game 34-31. But that was against the computer, so never mind.
Sure. Yeah, that was a suspension game.
Yeah. So, all right. So, going to week 7. Week 7 games of the week. Let's look at that.
Rams at Falcons.
Yeah.
That had to be one of them. That had to be.
Man, God bless the Rams, man. You got a tough schedule, too. I mean, anybody in the top 5, like right now, got tough schedules.
Yeah.
You're playing the top teams.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I may be 1-5. I'm not a 1-5 team.
But there's a reason why you're one. But I mean, come on, the 4-game suspension. Everybody knows about that.
I'm still 1-5.
No, whatever, dude. Whatever, man. I want to hear that.
Can I come in? They're gonna ask, "What's your record?" They don't care about no suspension.
Right. I want to hear whatever.
Yeah, they'll know.
Right.
Sleep on that 1-5 team. They'll bite you.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they sleep on me. I'm not that good. I'm a 1-5 team.
Big game that week. Denver, Broncos barely won the game against the Raiders. I don't think that was game of the week, but that was a good game. It was 30-28.
Yeah, it was a close game.
A real close game.
Divisional game.
Yeah, exactly. Seahawks beat the Ravens 28-20.
That was a
good game to watch, man.
Yep. Yeah, real good game.
It was a big game. Real big game.
So, and the other game was Chargers and Chiefs. And the Chargers had control of the game. Yeah, that was game of the week. Yeah. And the Chargers won that 26-3.
I actually watched that game. And because honestly, I wanted to see, he's making a little bit of noise, and I'm gonna see what his game looked like, what it is that we're expecting to see later on down the line. Because if he keeps winning, he's going to rise in the power rankings just naturally.
Yep.
And what I saw was he's patient. He has no problem running the ball because he played the Packers the other day, broke the rushing record against the Packers, and he has no problem passing the ball either.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I don't think he ran into two really good defenses, but still, it was game of the week. The lights were bright. Everybody was supposed to be watching the game. So the league it's almost like being on a Monday night game if you pick this game of the week.
Yep.
And he responded. He held the Chiefs to 3 points. I mean, he did well. I mean, shut and what he did also was he's professional. He shut the game down when he had the lead. He did what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? And again, for those who don't know what the rule is, if you're up real big in the fourth, you're over 22 points or more in the fourth. This is another sportsmanship rule in FNG. If you're up by 22 or more in the fourth, just kick field goals, man. Don't run the score up because you're not proving anything to anybody. This league has been out since Madden 2006, 4 or 5 seasons of Madden. We know who's good, we know who's on the fence, and we know who's really just happy to be in the league. So blowing somebody out that's happy to be in the league is not impressive. In fact, you might get suspended. You'll probably get a warning, you know what I mean? But you might get suspended. Breaking rushing records, breaking passing records, only get your guy suspended for the playoffs. So we'll do something to where that guy won't even be able to play, and all the thing you did to get that guy powered up is going to be eliminated. So follow the rules. And he did. I happened to be watching it. He did a good job shutting it down when he's supposed to. So respect to Matt Leon, I think his name is. He did a good job in that game. So I'm looking forward to more challenges. I predicted. I said it on the chat, but I predicted he would be 13-3 this year. He plays the Broncos, he plays the Vikings, and he plays the Bears this year. Of those 3 games, he's going to, in my opinion, he's going to get 2 losses. He already got 1 loss against the other team I thought he was going to lose to, which is Mr. Tillman. But I say he has, out of those 3 games, he has 2 more losses. If he goes any higher than 13-3. And he exceeded my expectations. Any lower, he still might probably make the playoffs, but he'll just be below my expectations.
Yep. I want to bring this up. Week 7, I played the Bengals.
Okay.
And actually, as you already know, that's Tim Hewell's team.
Right.
And I don't know what's up with Tim. Now, I'll be honest. I almost lost that game. Tim tapped into his old self, and he was playing a heck of a game that first half. Yeah. And then just made some errors in the second half, but Tim definitely, man, he got it. I don't know what he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Tim definitely got it. And also, I would love to see that Eagles and Giants game. That was a good game. That was 27-24. Yeah, I know those 2 dudes be talking trash to each other a lot too. So.
They're 2 Giants fans in the league.
Yeah,
so they got history.
Yeah, that would have been nice to see too. So.
Yeah, that was overseas right now. I think it's in Italy. It was he did a good job just giving props for scheduling his game, being available. Because when you're on vacation like that, it's hard to get with the time difference in there. He's 6 hours ahead. I was really pleased at how well he got his game scheduled and played. Just respect.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure.
All right. Hey, going right into week 8, keep it moving. We got a couple games already played. I'll just jump into mine real quick with Dan and I. So a lot of people, I posted the picture.
Y'all gotta stop playing at weird times, man. Y'all need to play at normal people times. I got up this morning, the game was over. I'm like, no.
If you still want to watch it, it's on Twitch. So it's on there for another 13. Yeah. Yeah, I'll report my games for it's saved for 14 days, so you can still watch it. But what's kind of neat, Dan was here. So Dan was actually in my house. I had the 2 TVs side by side.
Oh, that's awesome.
I also had the microphone and the video showing us. So it was actually kind of cool.
I'm going to watch it for sure.
Yeah, it was funny.
I watched it. And you assholes, literally while I was watching the damn Ravens and Jaguars game, we're starting the game. I'm like, what? I gotta flip back and forth like it's the TV.
Hey, wait. So I'm gonna do this. Shout out to my wife and my cousin, because my brother had his daughter here too.
Oh,
so they had the kids upstairs. It was already 11 o'clock.
Right?
Me and him looking at each other, I was like, "Hey, man, I hope she ain't mad because she got to put all the kids to sleep." Because we was gonna start at 10:30, but we wound up moving it to 11 because the Jags and the Ravens was playing. But
piece of advice for everybody who doesn't want to miss when people broadcast. Here's what I suggest you do, because I want you to talk about the game, but here's how I caught the Jaguars and Ravens game. I have the Xbox app, the Microsoft app, it's the Microsoft Xbox app for my iPhone, and it told me that they were broadcasting because I had tried to have everybody in the league on my friends list. So whenever they broadcast, whether it's on Twitch or Mixer, it tells me, I get an alert on my phone if I'm out, if I'm here in the bathroom, laying in the bed, whatever. I get a notification either on my watch or on my phone. I hit that, takes me straight to Mixer or Twitch, and I can watch the game right there. And I can, I don't have to hustle down to my Xbox to watch it or hope that somebody puts a link. I just click on it, the notification, it gives it to me. So go to Madden, go to each user, add them to your friends list so you can follow them. They don't got to friend you back, but that way, and download the app, and you'll be able to watch the game. Because the Ravens-Jaguars game, I was watching that game, which was a close game too, and a game of the week. And then right like in the fourth quarter, you guys started, and I was able to watch your game too. But go ahead, you were saying that the game was tight, and you were displaying, you were broadcasting.
So I'm gonna just look at Dan. Of course, Dan is a great player. I think what got Dan was, and he admitted he was nervous. It was different. He does a different atmosphere. He's playing, his big bruh. I haven't lost in a long time. People, are able to see him. It was different. It was even different for me because the team, I could see, I go, just turn my head and look at his plays, or he could look at mine. But we didn't do that.
Yeah, I was watching. I was watching because I called you out.
Right.
That's funny.
It was so intense. It was like we were in a Madden tournament. Like I never. So people see me stand up, jumping, yelling. If I'm here by myself, I might hit my leg or something like that, but I'm not making noise. So when you watch it, tell me, man, I'm like yelling, all right, I go behind my seat, I'm kicking field goals, standing up. I never do that.
You were losing.
No. This is when I was winning. So when I was losing, I was quiet.
No. Listen. I was watching because here's another critique I want to say.
I was watching.
Have the game playing too, so we can hear it. Because I have headphones and I couldn't. Tiger and I were in the chat watching your game, and we couldn't hear the game. I had to kind of have one earphone off. But regardless, it was quiet like a Madden tournament. You guys were both in the zone, right?
Yeah.
You went down by 10 points, 17-7, right? Yeah. And I said this, I don't know if it's a chat or a phone or whatever. I think I talked to you in chat at the end of the game. And I think I heard Dan say, and this Dan's a Cardinals owner, I think I heard Dan after he went up by 10, I got this. I heard him say it. I was like, I was rooting for, he's in my division. I want him to lose. I was rooting for him to win. And he said it, and I was like, oh, I think he said it.
No. So I listened to it again. He didn't say that. I forgot what he said, but he didn't say that. We watched it this morning. Okay. And we heard what I guess you heard, but it wasn't that. So Dan said the whole time his hands was wet. So not sweating, it was just wet. Like,
oh man.
But he back-to-back picks.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally my face at the floor.
No, pick six. It wasn't pick sixes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So and then we look at the stats, and I had 5 interceptions that game against him.
Yeah,
I remember 3, but it was 5. But he had me. I mean, honestly, when it was 17-7, he had the game in his hand because I'm just confused. Like, man, what am I doing wrong? One of my plays, I thought my guy had it, and his guy just came right in front, intercepted it. It was my defense just stepped up. They came to the sideline. He said, "Hey, Mr. Hall, we got it." I was like, "All right." And it wasn't. I got that lucky. My first 6 picks was on line one. On on the 1 yard line.
Yeah,
And
your punt game was like the Falcons' punt game.
Exactly. Yeah, and then he got it and ran right to the end zone. And then he threw another one. I think he did a playmaker. He had the guy come back, but I jumped right in front of it, picked it off, and ran it back for pick six.
I was watching that play, dude. Mm-hmm. He had a guy out. It was like an out, right? The guy was open, but it wasn't enough for the first down. It wasn't like third down or anything, and he was rolling out. Because when he played me the week before, by the way, Dan beat me the week before. We didn't talk about that, and I'm glad.
Yeah.
But he had a lot of success with the playmaker.
Right.
For the guys who don't know what that is, when you're moving your quarterback, you can use the other joystick to make your guy move and go a different direction than just stand there and wait for you to do something. Exactly. Right.
Your right joystick. Your right joystick.
Correct. And it'll make the guy just move. You'll see a circle go around him and he'll move. He did a lot. He got a touchdown or so and some big plays doing that against me. So I guess he assumed it will work well against you. And he had a couple plays that worked. But if he'd have just thrown it to the guy, completed the pass, because your guy was nowhere near him, he playmakered him near your guy and literally threw the pick right at the guy, and there was no one in front of him that could catch him. And I was so mad because he still kind of had control. And that second pick six, he lost all the momentum. I can see it in you.
Oh yeah. You definitely see it. But you know what? I told him where he messed up when he stopped running the ball. Yeah. David Johnson is a beast. Like I mean, God, dog, his runs. If you watch it, and like I said, the game is on there for another 13 days. When you watch it, he broke like 8 tackles on one of the runs and ran it for how long was that run?
It's like
65 yards.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? David Johnson's a beast.
About David Johnson because in my game, he broke 8 tackles. I mean, stopped 4 yards in the backfield.
I remember that play.
8 tackles. I saved it because I was like cursing.
I remember that play.
And took it for like 60 yards, and I was just like, oh, well, I'm not gonna win this game. Garoppolo hurt, running back hurt. This guy breaking tackles like he's Bo Jackson. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just see what I can do to mitigate the damage.
Right.
He's special, and you give him Julio on pump.
Julio.
Oh my God.
Yes,
we're gonna talk about that forever. That's gonna be the theme of this whole Madden. That Julio trade. That's just dumb.
This Julio trade. Right.
I'm sorry, Osman. That's just dumb, man.
Well, hey, but he said he's like people. Well, it wasn't people. It was one person. It was Billups.
Yep.
That told him he ain't nothing without. I don't care what Billups says.
But our game tonight, there were 3 catches he had that Julio would have caught. 2 in the end zone, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, thank God he didn't have Julio.
Yep.
I was like, yes, that was not Julio. Yes, that was not Julio.
Right.
Because he was.
Before we get to Tillman, also the Ravens and Jags. That was an excellent game, 21-13.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was nip and tuck for both teams, and the Jags had. I was watching that game first. The Jags had control early. It was like 7-0 for most of the game, and I want to say, he tied it up, but it seemed like what's name had control over that game, and the game just flipped at halftime. Dude, I think Jacksonville had the ball and had a chance to score and ended up throwing a pick or fumble on the ball. And not having Fournette made a big deal in that game because you could see he was limited. Real limited, not having former MVP.
Yep. All right, and tomorrow night at 10 p.m., we got the 49ers versus Seahawks. That should be a real good one.
Mm. Yes,
and then, of course,
avenge that loss I had to the Cardinals. So we'll see what happens.
And then, of course, Mr. Tillman taking down the Falcons, who made it to the Super Bowl last season. Excellent game, 27-22, man.
That was an
excellent job. Excellent job.
I was sweating that game all week too.
Right.
Well, I looked at my schedule. And I'm like, man, I got to beat. It's because of my next 4 games, even though I've got the Steelers, I think, that are next. He's 0-6. He's like, he is not an 0-6. He's not an 0-6 player at all. Anyway, my daughter just walked in. We're talking football. Yeah, okay. But no, it was a really, really tough game, dude. Like I said, I was just playing the Falcons. I knew his offense was big, so I was trying not to give up the big play for one. I was just trying to keep everything in front of me. I just try to make mistakes. I threw 3 picks, but they weren't really crucial moments. They were just dumb throws on my part.
Question.
But yeah, he was good. What's up?
you were trying not to give up big plays. Like I'm assuming in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So you think you had some success shutting his run game down?
He ran for over 100 yards on me, but they weren't big runs though. I don't think. I think they were 4 and 5 pops at a time. But I know he likes to pass the ball too, so I was just trying to keep that in check. But if I shut him down on first and second down, he usually went to the pass. He never ran for like third and long. So if I could keep him contained on the first, especially first down, I had pretty good success. But no, he ran the ball well. I mean, 100 yards. But
notice you had some issues defending the pass on third and long because the time that he got it big. You know
but that's the thing. Like, if you watch these guys online, and you kind of notice their tendencies, and he likes that deep out route. So I think the Cardinals like that deep out route also often. And so I would pick like a cover 3 or a cover 4, and I'm thinking, all right, it's a 3rd and 12. He's going to that deep out route. So I would audible to like to cover the outsides, and he would throw it deep over a cover 2, and like, no. Or I'd pick a cover 3, and he would throw it across. I'm like, come on, dude. It's like that's what I mean. When I told him after the game, like he was saying he's not playing well, he had me guessing the whole time on defense. I was like, all right, I got to take this away, and then he would throw the other area. I said, all right, I'm gonna take this away, and he would throw it to the other where I was trying not to cover. It was hard. I mean, man, I've had a couple good plays, but that game could have went either way.
Yeah,
but that
Derrick
pick
Henry
six
had an 82-yard run.
Yeah, that pick 6 I had, that was the game breaker. That pick 6 when I ran back, that was a nice run. That was fun. But that's where it did it. But yeah, but I missed that field goal. The field goal that I missed, that was frustrating because my blue line was like way past up and through the goal. Like I had plenty of distance.
Yeah, it
was like 3 yards short. I was like, what the heck? But no, it was a good game, dude. That could went either way. And then he drove it down. Then he got at the 3 yard line when his guy fell down. The clock should have ran right then. I did not touch that fool, man. He just like fell down. I was like, come on.
He fell down and touched the sideline. When he went down, he rolled. He touched the sideline. So when he touched the sideline, the play ended.
Yeah, man, just trying to help him out. That's all I was doing.
No, had a chance.
I was like, oh.
1 second. That's all you can ask for, right?
And then I didn't know what defense to pick. When he was on the 3, I was like, I don't know what to do here, really, because I picked that 4-4 zone defense a lot down there. And that's why let me pick the 4-6. And he didn't expect that, and that got I think, incomplete pass on that one. And then I picked a 3-4, and then the last play, I don't remember what I picked, but it wasn't the same 4-4. So I wanted him to kind of read what I was doing. So I was kind of guessing there. But luckily, he threw the middle, and my guy knocked it out.
You had a guy make a play.
It was a good game. It was a good game, bro.
Tell me, hey, I remember the first – I think it was the first show we did of the second season. And I said it. I was like, he's going to win a division. I said it. I said he's going to take over that division over the Jags. So I'm calling it right now. Right now, you killing it right now. I think, you 2 games ahead?
Yeah, he's 5-3, I think. Because he lost 2.
He just lost to the Ravens.
Yeah.
It was really a big loss to him losing to the Ravens.
But we play each other twice coming up, though. I've got the Steelers, then I've got the Jags, and I got the Jags again.
Yep.
So
the Colts is the Colts owner. His name is Jacob. He's actually one of my coworkers.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna work with him. Good guy, young kid, and I'm gonna work with Jacob. I'm gonna make him a dog in this league.
Oh, good,
he was super nervous joining too because they have a league. I think it's like probably 4 or 5 of them in the league. I was like, dude, join a league with like 32 of us. You know, who cares if you win or lose? Just you'll get better as you play. So I'm gonna work with him. Get him better.
Yeah, he's good. And like the other night, we had the Lions. Who last night? The Lions and somebody else.
Saints, I think.
The Lions and the Saints broadcast. That was fun watching those dudes for a half.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Because you can tell, like they're. I don't want to say they're not good because they are good, but they don't play the same style like the elite players play. But if you're watching them, if they would just tune in a little bit more and like watch some other games that were broadcast, they could see in their games where they need to improve.
Yeah.
But no, they were fun to watch, dude. Like they had some. It was fun. I like it.
Yeah.
I think everybody should broadcast except for the Vikings.
He's on vacation now.
He's not trying to show people his skills, I guess. I don't know what he's not. But
fellas, the guys that are chiming in right now on live chat, you got any questions you want to throw out? Please throw it out right now. We got like two more topics we to go over, but you got anything you want to talk about? Throw it on here. Brandon said, "What's up?"
What's up, Brandon?
Yeah, D said, "My beard game." Yeah, I'm trying, man. This is something new, y'all. Hey, I'm trying. Like I feel homeless right now, but
You can't cut it till you lose.
right. I mean, I've been off of work for like a week and a half, and we go back next Wednesday. So I'm trying to grow it in, y'all. So yeah, I'm trying something different. Matt's on here. I know Dan said something. Brandon, who's JC?
Who?
JC.
JC boy.
I don't know who JC. I'll see a name. Okay, you know. Okay. And let's see. And yeah, definitely, guys. I mean, yeah, we have game of the week. We're asking those people to broadcast their games, but anybody can broadcast their game. I love to watch. I was in Indianapolis this past weekend, and shoot, I'm sitting there, and my wife and the girls are doing something, and I'm daddy just to the side. I'm like, shoot, I'm watching the game like this, you know, whatever. So definitely, you can broadcast your game. I'll watch it.
I was in Chipotle with my wife and my kid. I said, let's sit down and eat in Chipotle. I've never eaten that thing. The store is so small. But I was watching the Falcons and Titans game because it came on. I hadn't eaten all day, but I said, I'm watching this damn game. I literally hit it on my phone and was watching it. I was driving. I passed it to my wife. I plugged the Bluetooth in so I could hear it through the car. I was driving like a madman at Chipotle. We sat down and literally I was watching like I was watching the game. There were real NFL games on, and I was watching the FNG game.
It's fun.
How fun it is.
It's fun to watch because one thing, you know everybody, because we've been, for the new guys in the league, how long? 12 years this league's been around? I've been in the league, I don't know, at least 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I remember I started with the Bucks.
Madden 12, Madden 10. Madden, you know, you've been in there.
It's been a long time, but I started with the Bucks when I first started. But now that we know all these guys, when we watch you play, man, whether you're 0-6 or whether you're 8-0, it's fun to watch you play. It is.
Yeah.
It's just broadcast, man. It's fun. It's easy. Just hit a button.
Yep.
Just let it roll.
All right. So D just asked a question. Before I get to his question, he said, "It's hard to watch Tranks on here. He's supposed to be playing you."
Yeah,
hey, we can end this podcast right now so y'all can play.
Do it right now.
I stopped watching the damn Ravens game to do this podcast. Let you know how dedicated I am.
Oh man. So D said he wishes he had me on a schedule too. That's fine.
Right. Yeah, he wanted you on the schedule. All right, so D brought up a good question. It's actually supposed to be patched. But when you get an interception, sometimes when the camera turns, you actually run the opposite direction.
Oh.
So that's supposed to be patched. They're supposed to be patched in the last patch, but actually it still happens. So what I do, I actually like let go of the steering wheel. I let go of my controller, let the camera turn, then I press up. And it's hard to do if you're definitely, you know, with another player, you're doing something. But yeah, that's what I try to do. But it's supposed to be patched at the last patch that came out a couple weeks ago.
That has been a problem for me since this Madden started. I get a pick. I did nothing in front of me, and my guy turns around, and all I'm doing is I try to let go of the stick, but I'm doing everything to make sure I catch it first. The hell with trying to turn around and doing that. I want to make sure I get the pick to stop the drop.
Right.
So I'm playing with a team that sucks. So any pick I can get, I want to get it.
Yep.
So it's insulting that you can't return the ones. Because I think you didn't, Tony, or it was either you or somebody returned the pick that was always. Was it you to return the pick for like 80 yards?
Yeah, tonight. Yeah. Today.
I had one like big. 50 yards. Yeah.
Turnaround.
Yep. And actually, the one I had against Dan, what I did, I was coming down because I know Dan did a playmaker. I jumped in front of his player, let go of my stick, let the camera turn, then I pressed up.
Okay.
So, but that's me controlling that player. Yeah. Good question, D. That was a real good question. Actually, could be a tip right there too. So.
Yeah, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to do.
Interception tip. But go ahead, Nation.
I said it's hard to do though because your player's coming at you at that moment, so you still want to push down to keep running that direction, and it just takes that fraction of a second from Madden to feel that movement on your joystick. When the screen flips around, he's going the other direction. You're like, no, so
right.
It happens, but no, that's true though. Let go of the sticks.
Yeah. Brandon, we already went over power rankings. Once this is over, you can check it out, brother. You still at 32. So.
He's like, dang it, 31. Oh, man.
I'm messing, man. I'm messing with you. And yeah, any questions y'all got to hear, please, either myself, I know Tillman got it up too.
Yeah, I'm looking at it for you.
Yeah, we got answer them. So here's another one. So I talked to Tony, was that Saturday. So like I said, I did a little mini, real small vacation with my family. Went to the Children's Museum, Indianapolis.
Okay.
And I'm in another league, and there's just trash talking, a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. A lot of disrespect, a lot of sexual terms, and calling people just disrespect. We're all men in here, and maybe in some leagues there's women in it, but we're grown. At the end of the day, it is a video game that we all enjoy to play. But one thing that you talking about getting under my skin is when you disrespect me. We could talk trash like Dan and last year with Reggie. Yeah, those little posts they put out there when Dan said, tune in to Tony Trank's funeral.
He said, all right, let's see what this bastard said. This is what he said. Tune in to 49ers funeral.
He even lists who's coming.
Yes. He had the
Paul Bear. Oh my gosh.
Dude, that's classic. That's funny.
That is fun trash talk.
That's trash talking one-on-one right there in this league, I believe. But when it comes to when you call somebody garbage or trash or terrible and stuff like that, all right, prove it on the field. If you lose, and even if you win it, still put a good game. If you lose, put a good game.
Act like you've been there.
Come on, man. Yes, man. I say this in every podcast, and I watch the shows afterwards. I love this league. I love the way it's ran. Just show respect to the league first. You know what I'm saying? And the rest will follow, man. Just definitely these power rankings it got a lot of chatter. And a lot of chatter.
That's good.
Everybody wants to be up there.
Right. So nothing's bad has happened in this league. I brought this up because something else happened in another league. And hey, be proactive instead of reactive. So let's just say it right now. Hey, healthy trash talking is encouraged. Ready for Reggie. Reggie I think he had his post already pre-typed up when he was playing me.
Right.
And then had to delete it.
Oh my gosh. He's probably got a notebook of like every team in there. He's got like a thing already written up for him.
Right.
A pre-typed template.
Actually, I had some black makeup I was gonna put on my eye. If I was gonna lose that game last night, I was gonna put some black makeup.
That'd have been awesome.
But thanks to the Madden gods, I won. So
let me tell you something. This league, we have room for that, and we kind of even have in the rules a rivalry list. 6 people you can choose to be your rivals. Everybody in my division is my rival. So I expect trash talk. I want it. It actually motivates me. It makes me play better. So I love it. And Dan hasn't been in the league that long, but we kind of also have a relationship where he can talk a little more junk than me, and I'm not gonna take it personal because I know person to person he likes me. So it's not gonna insult me. Just like Tiger, I call him a bastard all the time, but he knows I'm cool with him. You know what I mean? My wife and kids stayed over his house. Ain't nothing serious. But when you don't know people, right, and you start saying they suck, or you start throwing inflammatory language, people might take that the wrong way. And it's like we're here for stress. We're in this league for stress relief. It should be fun. And if you want a rival, say, hey, I'm gonna destroy you.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, the power rankings, man, we started that. I don't know what week we just started doing power rankings, but honestly, I love the chatter behind it. Shout out to Matt. Matt made his own power rankings and put himself.
Don't like the system, change the system.
You don't like it, change the system. Right. But that's what it's there for, y'all. It's opinion. It's our opinion. Behind scenes, I got with Tranks. I was like, hey, Tranks, come on, man. They think it's my own personal decision, like these power rankings.
Yeah. That's funny.
Hey, this is, hey, you got to put some input on this. And, I could agree to disagree with Tranks or Tony or Hoseon, whatever. And, but at the end of the day, it's just our opinion, whatever. Prove us wrong. I know my day is coming, but I'm enjoying using the hashtag 45 and 0. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying the hashtags right now. So I'm just
It's gonna make your loss. It's gonna make your loss even more beautiful when you come to San Francisco.
Dude, honestly, like I feel like I'm Chaz right now. I feel like Chaz spirit is in me right now.
Oh Lord, you're gonna call don't call that spirit back here, bro.
And you know what? You know what? Chaz said he was coming back after Christmas too. So,
dude,
I don't know.
All these new guys don't know who Chad is. Chaz beat you like in the Super Bowl, like what 45 nothing or something.
He destroyed me.
I mean, we were like, what? But no, Chaz is definitely good for sure.
He was one of those guys who faithfully broadcast, kind of how Dell was doing, the Browns owner. And every time I watched his game, I was not looking to copy his game, or I was looking to get. And I'm a perennial playoff team. I was looking to get better, and I found something that he did in that game, like Nation said, said. I've always found something that, you know what, I can try that, I can do that, and you'd be surprised the little hints you get to make you better.
Yeah.
Little advantages, man.
Broadcast.
Yep, the little advantages for sure. I've been watching the Cardinals. There's one move he does in that freaking single back formation where he'll go to the line and cut out with his running back. I cannot do that to save my life. I've been practicing that. I'm like, it works like crazy. Yeah, I can't do it.
He has David Johnson. That does help.
Yeah. I don't. But it's like, dang it, it's a nice play, man. So yeah, you watch. It is fun. What was I going to say? Oh, you should read the message real quick. Brandon put, bruh.
Right, exactly right.
When you called him 32nd,
right.
Going, seriously?
But you know what? But honestly, like Brandon could make the playoffs because he's tied in his division.
Who is he the Broncos?
No, he's the Dolphins.
Oh, nice.
So he got 3 teams in that division has 3 wins. So
that's cool.
Yeah, so
and the Jets just got taken.
Come on, Brandon. Yep, Jets got by one of your guys, right?
Out of first place.
The guy that has taken the Jets is Nate. Nate is known locally here as like one of the best Madden players around. I've never played him before. But he's a very humble guy. He don't talk about it, but he's playing like people we hang out with and stuff. And he's a young guy. He's probably mid-20s. So I don't know if he's any good or not. I just know his friends say he's really good. So I was talking to him last week. I said, dude, you ought to join our league, man. He said, yeah, finally got an Xbox One about a month ago. I said, let's get it. So he just decided to join. We'll see.
What team is he?
He took over the Jets.
Okay. So he just started.
So it's like I said, I don't know if he's good. If he's not good, I have no idea. He's supposed to be playing tonight, I think, too. He said at 10, I think. He's supposed to be playing. I told him how to broadcast. So he knows how to broadcast either, so hopefully he will.
He's only 3 games out of first place, so there's plenty of season left.
Yeah.
And I think I'll play him next. Wow. I'll play him next. He's the Jets, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I'll play him next.
I don't know how good he is, man. Like everybody
talking about someone. You already said he's the best in the area.
That's his friends talking, dude. Like he's like, I don't know. I mean, his friends would be like talking about Tecmo Bowl. Who knows?
Whatever, man.
There have been plenty of people who've been the best on their block and come into this league and literally get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shoot, myself, my first season, I didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
I thought I was the beast. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was good, but no, I got humbled real quick. So, fellas, that was all our topics right there.
What?
That's record time, right? All the topics. Unless you got something else.
My. Let's cut it before we say something else.
I know.
Oh, whatever, dude.
One, I will give a shout out. I don't want to do a couple shout outs. One, the chatter that's been going on on the Facebook page, group page. I appreciate it, fellas. You're talking about the 30 to 50 to 60 comments, whether it's power rankings, whether it's about games of the week, or you're making your own post and we're talking about it. It keeps the league alive, man. I love it. I can't say it enough. The comments is going on in live chat right now.
Yeah. And just one thing I want to say, man, the guys that are not winning, like the guys that are 0-6, 0-8, guys are like 1-7, whatever your records are, just strive to get better. Like it is so hard. It's so hard. And that's one reason Tranks was talking about the trash talking too, because it is so hard, or even the sportsmanship. In a league like this, it is so hard to replace quality owners. And when you have guys like, I always talk about Big Blue Rasta, the guy that runs the Bucks. The dude has never had a winning season in our league. But when he does lose, he's always like, yo, good. What's he say? Good game, gamer. Good job. His attitude is always so awesome. And so if you ever talk trash to that dude or blow him out in the game and disrespect him and cause him to leave, I'll be one pissed off, dude. Because even though he doesn't win a lot, he is still a good player. He's just refining his game, but he's always got a good attitude. He loves playing Madden, and it doesn't take a bunch of Cleveland Browns at #45-0 to make a good league. It takes 32 dudes, and they're going to have good seasons, bad seasons. Just keep getting it, man, and start a broadcast. Reach out and ask these other guys for help. That's what I did. It took me 100 games and texting Chaz and asking Chaz, "Hey, man, what do you do? And how do you do this? How do you?"
Oh, you cheated! You cheated!
I did cheat. Chaz. Me and Chaz are tight, bro. No, I'm just joking. I did though. I asked him, "Was this passing game?" Because you'll remember when was it last season, the first season last year, which I know the Jags are going to joke on me. I did go to the Super Bowl. I lost to the Vikings. The next season, I went to the playoffs and got blown out. I don't remember who it was, but they just threw all over me, and I didn't have a passing game. I was like, dude, I've got to start passing. And so in the draft, I drafted all these fast receivers. I traded Brandon Marshall, somebody else, and Trank was like, dude, you can better run the ball unless you got big wide receivers to block for you. I'm like, I don't need to run the ball. I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna air it out. Yep. And dude, I sucked so bad for 2 seasons. Oh my gosh, I couldn't do anything. But then the off season, I asked Chad. I said, dude, how in the world do you pass like that? So he gave me some pointers and a shotgun and different stuff. But I literally played 100 games online, and I'm still not that great. Even tonight, I got lucky.
Well, hey. So what Tim just said is the correct way to go about trying to be better within this game. I asked a question for somebody that's actually been there before. I asked Chaz 1,000 questions. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm great. I got people hit me up. I will give you some pointers to help you out too.
That's right. You're supposed to give us a pointer of the week.
We actually had 2.
Yeah, we already had that one about the
playmaker.
The playmaker.
Yep.
How do you play make?
Taught him about the interception, how to get an interception and not go backwards, because that actually is killing me. I probably would have more points on my picks if I could get them and return them. So I'm going to use that in my next game because D asked the question, and I'm going to use it for my interception.
Yep. Yeah, thanks, D, for that. And actually, that playmaker, a lot of people don't know to use the right analog.
Right.
Click it in any direction, they'll move in that direction. So
that's a secret Flash and I have had for a while. Now, I'm not going to broadcast all my secrets. You know what I mean? But we've known that the playmaker has been in Madden since Madden 2004. Do you know who was on the cover of 2004?
Michael Vick.
Exactly.
Oh, geez.
But it's been in Madden.
Hey, that was the greatest Madden player of all time.
Oh, it's unstoppable. Yeah.
You couldn't stop him.
It's in there. It's in the rules, but you can't. They don't really make it a big deal because if you've played all the Maddens, you kind of already know how it's done. So it's important to know playmaker and know how to resist. That's 2 tips instead of 1. Got 2 tips of the day.
Yep.
All right, I'll give you credit for those.
All right, real quick, Brandon Moore. He put on here, he's 3-2-1. He got to be a top 15. The reason why you're not in my top 15, you lost to the computer, my brother. That's my nephew, if y'all didn't know. Forget you, Brandon. All right? Until you win your games, especially a computer game, don't talk to me.
He's a Dolphins?
He's a Dolphins.
All right, let me look at his schedule real quick to see if he can get an honorable mention. The Dolphins team schedule, let's see. The Dolphins play.
I play him week 10.
They play the Chiefs.
Ooh, there you go. There you go.
And I have been labbing. We have been labbing, and it's funny. In our lab, I showed him something that we have not mentioned as a tip yet, and we already gave out 2, so that's enough tips for today. I gave him a tip that he had never experienced. He's been playing Madden for a long time. He's been in the league for a while. He never knew that was a thing to do in Madden, and it's changed his game in the last couple games he's played. So you can always learn something labbing with someone who you think is better than you or has had success. And most of the guys that are winning have no problem labbing to get the rest of the – because if you can get the bottom of the league better, it's only going to make me have to play harder, and that makes me better. If I'm winning all the time, I'm not going to learn anything. Dill is eventually going to get fat on these wins and losing the play, lose to one of us.
Dude, his games are getting closer and closer, though, for real. His games are getting tighter and tighter. Hey, he knows it too.
Hey, wait a minute! Shout out to the Chiefs owner. I actually labbed with him a couple weeks ago, probably last week, and man, we had Bullock. I had a great conversation with this guy.
It's a
Yeah,
cool dude.
we even stopped talking about Madden. We just talking about life, and he's out in California and how much gas is, and
Yeah.
Cincinnati
cool dude,
gas
man.
right now is 181 right now.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
right?
like
I'm
190,
loving it.
192 here, I think.
Yeah, loving it. So, hey, you know, when you get to these lab games, guys, if you can, it's probably good to talk with some of these guys because I'll be out in California in March for work, and I'm gonna hit Bullock up. You know, he already gave me an invitation. I think I'm about an hour away from where he stay at. So yeah, it's connections, man. You know, you can do stuff like that.
FNG is worldwide.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, week 10, Brandon, I got you. Yeah. Bring he's talking trash on the live chat. So
he mad about being number 32. He's like,
right. You know what I'm saying? My thing, I try to lab with him. He don't want to lab with me. I'm at work. You can be at work that day.
yeah.
So, all right. Fellas. One,
Yeah.
you got a beautiful daughter right there, man.
Oh, thanks, man. This is Lila.
Hi,
She got her mic in her hand too. She's ready to talk.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You want to say hello? Hello.
Hello.
All right, girl. See you later.
Now you threw her?
Nah, she knocked it. She knocked the trash can over.
Yeah, she knocked it over after you throw it.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, thanks, Tillman, for jumping on, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, man.
Shout
Thanks
out
for
to your
having me.
wife for getting you a new mic and everything, man.
Yeah, I know. She's cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, Tranks, always great talking with you, man. FNG League, you know, broadcast your games if you can, no matter if you're game of the week or not.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy trash talking. I love y'all, and I appreciate the conversation. Keep it going.
Right, man.
Wait. Hashtag 45-0, Tillman.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, man, I appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Hold
All
on,
right,
look
y'all.
up again.
I'm
Look up so we can see what a championship trophy look like.
Well, you ain't gonna see it. You can see it right here.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Oh, silly, man. I'm about Tranks a little one, like just a little small one, like 34 inches.
Violin like that.
Yeah. That's funny.
All
I
right,
want it to be
fellas.
as big as my thumb.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Mm.
Yeah, advance.
Oh man, that's
bring
funny.
up the pass.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna print him off. I'm gonna print him off a hand.
First round pick this next draft because of that shit. So.
And the what's it, Isaiah?
Yeah.
He's asking you to tank.
Yeah.
Tank.
And he's paying people for you to lose.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
They're funny, man.
Anything else, fellas? Anything else?
No, we're good, man.
Good. It's a good show.
Good
man.
stuff.
Hey, this is the shortest one we got, so I appreciate it,
Go
fellas.
Titans. Go Titans.